a tribute to Miriam Nederlander. As I told you, I was in Israel for the funeral of this wonderful person, Miriam, Alta Miriam Bas Shoshana, Bas Mordechai. And during her lifetime, which was cut short, she was a hard-working young lady who knew what she wanted, and despite whatever situations came along, she always was cheerful and transformed the negativity into positive light. I met her many years ago when our sixth child was born. She was hired to take care of the household till Mrs. Bergstein came back from the hospital. She did a yeoman's job, taking care not only of the children, but of all that was necessary, cleaning up the house. She was a hard-working, efficient, and cheerful person that was able to make the best of every situation. She lived the last few years of her life with tremendous pain, and throughout her pain she still smiled, and she was appreciative of all that people did, and appreciative of the love showered upon her by her husband. She made the day and the people around her feel happy. And this is the concept of the word Miriam. Miriam was Moses' sister. The word Miriam comes from the root of mar, bitter. But she was not a bitter person. So what's the secret of the name Miriam? This goes back to the time when Pharaoh decreed that all the sons born to the Israelites should be thrown into the river and die. So what happened was that Amram divorced his wife, and all the society of Israel divorced their wives. They refused to have more children, just to have the boys thrown into the river. So Miriam says to her father, your decree is worse than Pharaoh. For Pharaoh has only decreed upon the sons. You have decreed not only on the sons, but also upon the daughters, for they won't get born. Another thing is that you're a tzaddik. Pharaoh's decree, he may live, he may die, and the decree may become nullified. But the decree of the tzaddik will have to have taken place, and therefore your decree is worse than that of Pharaoh. What happened? Amram thought the better of it, took back his wife Yocheved, and in the process Moshe Rabbeinu, the deliverer of Israel, the one who gave us the Torah, was born. So Miriam was able to transform the negativity of the decree of Pharaoh and make it into light. Make the lemon into lemonade. Make the seeds of redemption from the actual process of exile and the bitter exile of enslavement. Within that bitter decree of enslavement sprouted forth the Exodus, the salvation of Israel, all on account of Miriam. So Miriam was the one who took mar, that which was bitter, and transformed it into light. Miriam Nederlander transformed darkness into light wherever she was. She worked for me in our day school, and she made the day pleasant, and she tried her darndest to make sure that our school was doing fine, and took the initiative and was able to go ahead and to push and do things that ordinary people wouldn't do, because she had a knack of taking the difficult and making it into something that was positive. And that was something she did all her life, and this is something she will continue to do for her family, for her son, and for her husband, and for all of us, those who knew her, loved her, and enjoyed her company. Miriam Nederlander will remain an inspiration, and she herself will transform this event, her untimely passing. It will be transformed into something, ultimately something good. But if there's anybody who can do that, it's Miriam, with the power of the first Miriam.